entitled The Mo-Sheen, driven by Kurt Green. Kurt Green has got one loss to his credit today. He's going to be facing Hartley Abelson, the number 42 machine, driven by Kevin Belt. Belt has not lost yet today, so a win by Belt. Oh, okay, so Kevin's lost one. And Kurt, oh, neither one of them have lost. Okay, the way the bracket goes here, so according to the bracket, I'm being told by the scorers table here that between these two machines, someone's going to have to win 2 races to win today. So the first person to lose 2 races, you're the first place loser. Win 2 races and you win the finals today. It's as clear as mud. You let me get involved with it and I'll screw it all up. That's just the way it goes. So in lane number 1, we're going to start things out with Kurt Green in the Mo-Sheen. And in lane number 2, sponsored by the Big Back Inn Garage, aboard Hartley Abelson, the number 42 machine, and Kevin Belt. Before we start our final races here, we're just resetting the starting lights. With this being the start of our final events, make sure to stick around for the presentation of trophies, not only for today's races, but this is the last stop in the circuit. Last scheduled stop for the season, and season final points will be calculated. Championship trophies will be presented today. If you'd like what you've seen today, stick around. We could always help. We could always use the help.
He's the one that's racing against you in this class.
We don't have Old Town
class for the
City of Old Town assistance today, so we're all on our own. And the Old Town Street Drag Committee would love to have your assistance in tearing down and putting things away when today's all over. I don't know how that Hollywood does it. He fills out his entry fee in orange ink. He's got an orange jersey. He's got an orange drink, orange shoelaces. I like it. Again, there are a few shirts left, $15 a piece for the 7th annual Newport Old Town Street Drags. You can find those shirts available at the Newport Old Town Priest River Rotary booth. They're also providing the burgers and concessions today. Plenty of food to be had, and also thank you to Tina and John Campbell and the State Line Tavern with the beer garden just off to my right. afterward wondering what's holding us up here. That's okay. We're just recalibrating the lights, making sure that both sides are working correctly before we enter this final round. Just double and triple checking to make sure that everything's working correctly, and we're just about ready to go. We've got a thumbs up from our official starter, and we're ready for today's finals. So long story short, here today we've gone through our qualifying and preliminary rounds, and we're here in our final bracket. Our finals will feature here in the stock category the number 00 machine entitled the Mo-Sheen. Kurt Green in lane number 1, and in lane number 2 the number 42 machine entitled Hartley Abelson, ridden by Kevin Belt. We clean the slate, and in order to win the championship today, the winning driver will have to have 2 victories here in the final round. So the first driver to 2 wins will win today's stock category competition. Kurt Green in lane number 1 riding the Mo-Sheen, and Kevin Belt riding Hartley Abelson in lane number 2.
I race him after next.
Kevin Belt's off.
Yeah, but he's my next racer. He's my next racer on his other machine.
And Kurt Green riding the Mo-Sheen is cleanly away in lane 1.
Hold on.
Kurt Green playing catch up. Kevin starting to lean forward, looking for some aerodynamics, and at the line it is lane number 2. Kevin Belt in lane number 2 with the winner. Kurt Green in lane number 1 broke out. And we're going to have them turn around and re-race right away. Kurt Green in the qualifying round, he qualified at a specific time. And here he went just faster than when he was allowed to, and he breaks out. And the victory goes to the Hartley Abelson machine and Kevin Belt. So we'll bring him back and we'll race again. Again, in order to win the championship today in the stock division, you got to have 2 victories. So put 1 victory next to the name of Kevin Belt. Kurt Green broke out in that last contest. Would have been the winner if he would not have gone just a little too fast. So in lane number 1, Hartley Abelson and Kevin Belt, the number 42 machine, and he's cleanly away. Kurt Green in lane number 2, the number 00 machine, riding the Mo-Sheen. There's a clean start by Kurt Green. He's got to be careful not to go too fast. He wants to catch him, but not too quickly. Kurt Green in lane number 2, Kevin Belt looking over his right shoulder in lane number 1, and at the finish line, Kurt Green in lane number 2. 1 victory apiece, and we're going to have to race them 1 more time. No, we're not. So I'm told that Kurt Green had not lost today, whereas Kevin Belt had lost 1 other time. So with that second loss, Kevin Belt comes in second. Kurt Green in the Mo-Sheen is the winner today in the stock division. Congratulations, Kurt Green in that black machine. Winner in the stock division, riding Mo-Sheen. And I apologize for any confusion there. Earlier in the qualifying rounds, Kevin did have 1 loss, so that loss right there, his second of the day. Kevin Belt takes second, and Kurt Green is our winner today.
my mind.
There we go. Just for a moment, we thought they were going to have to switch lanes, but I guess we're okay right where we're at. And we're going to bring Kevin Belt back into lane number 1. Again, sponsored by Log Barn Design and Trench Media. Submarine, the name of that machine, I should say, is Submarine, the number 67 machine. Kevin Belt in lane number 1. Ambulance. This is for the championship of the modified and they're going to run up Oh Dear in Wild Bill Welsh in lane number 2, undefeated coming into this final. That leaves lane number 1 and Jim Topper. Sponsored by Riverbank Restaurant and Phase Lounge, riding the Gold Today. Wild Bill in lane number 2. Clean start by Wolf. Neck and neck all the way to the finish.
Good race.
I missed the shift.
Did you?
Lane number 2.
Good race, though.
Oh, yeah.
27.7 miles an hour. And oh dear, Wild Bill Welsh winner today. Champion of the modified super division.
Not too bad. No. You know what you did wrong?
Wild Bill's reaction time was 1/100th of a second.
First, like third.
Oh dear is a winner today. Champion of the super modified division.
Good job.
Congratulations,
Hey, you too.
I was arguing with her because you won against him the first time.
Yeah.
He redlighted, and she said he won.
No, I haven't lost.
I know. And that's why you guys had to run twice. But you already beat him once, and I was arguing with her about it. I said, no, you're wrong. No, you shouldn't even have to run that second race.
I'm not sure.
But you won.
Jimmy Colby earlier today lost one race. Randy Poirier in lane number 1 is undefeated. So Kimmy's going to have to win twice to win today. Randy Poirier with a victory today here is our champion in the OMG category. So in lane number 1. Uh-oh. Kimberly Bowlby. Are we going to redo that one? We're going to... Okay, I'm hearing that we are going to redo that race. Now I'm hearing a no. So, Kimmy Bowlby had lost one race earlier today, and with a red light there,
Fire went out.
with a red light that would normally mean that she's an automatic loser, but Randy Poirier needs to cross the finish line, I believe.
Good race. You bet.
Well, that's the first time
He has
racing
3
it.
minutes to
Is
get the
it?
machine
Yeah.
started. 2 minutes.
That used to be a little hop track.
So there are rules here.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
just
just gave
making
it
this
a
up
bit-
as I
a look
go.
over,
It
huh?
sounds like
A
it.
little bit,
I
a
usually
little bit of a
shoot from
different
the
Little
hip, but
facelift.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, last week
Randy
up
here
there
has a
at
limited amount of time to get
Sandpoint,
this thing
I blew
started
the rear
and
end
to
again.
finish.
That's like the third rear end I've blown this year.
I know
The
you
clock
did
is
the one down
ticking.
in Post Falls.
Yeah, and then I blew another one up in
Whether or not he's able to get this thing
Wow.
the
running
only
and
thing
down
that
the
was
track
holding
in
it
the allotted
together
amount
was
of
the two
time
bolts that hold it
is going to
up to the
determine
frame.
whether or not he's the winner today.
I don't
There's
either.
a flashing orange light, and we're going to call him the winner. And it's Randy Poyer, winner in the OMG division today. In our final race of the 2016
was.
Old Town Lawnmower
I
Street
don't think I
Track.
lost one today.
Yeah. Well, I wish Don had been here to run hers instead of me.
Yeah?
I can't make that something go, but she can.
Well, if it ain't one of the girls, it's the other one. No,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Sherry wasn't there last time. She
I know.
raced.
Yeah,
At least they got a backup driver.
yeah.
There he is, the winner of our OMG category, Randy Poyer in the 14X machine. Big thank you to Lou's Place.